Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bears will kick it away to start. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The run from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes his connection. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense set on 1st down. They go to the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. give to the running back. Hard running there. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
The Bears have moved it inside the 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Ingram. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Floats it out in space. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
Quarterback will keep it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Moving away from pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And the try is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Ingram. Shoots it to the left. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense were always trying to get some tips, you know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football and forcing the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And And here comes the offense on second down. The give out of the gun. At the 20, he's got space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bears! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Ingram. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And what a big
making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
A run for the quarterback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking the play. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it! Touchdown, Baylor! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Makes the grab on the left. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll fire to his right. He makes a grab.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. The pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
To the air, it's Ingram. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got the back over the middle. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Now 2nd and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wants to go up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
To the air, it's Ingram. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll open the second half on the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Looking to throw, it's Ingram. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself. But give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds space on the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The give to the back. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys, Just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking to throw, it's Ingram. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Colorado! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll go with a direct snap. Smashes through. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Bears will line it up on first and 10. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Bears head it quickly to the line. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He's going to bring it out from deep. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Ingram. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone. He tries to take the top off. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Baylor 28, Colorado 14.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes with the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Colorado offense will take over 1st and 10.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility with a guy in that slot position.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
The receiver is incomplete. It leads to 2nd down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the misconnection on the 1st attempt. See if he gets a little looser. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to throw. It's Ingram. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Buffs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Ingram. They're bringing heat. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They move the tight end all over. from the red zone, looking for a space. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking to throw it again. This time he's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the comeback is on.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 10 over USF. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Knees brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Baylor.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Direct snap. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient position in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's right on target. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Dropping back, it's Ingram. Gets it out fast. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah.